Hello, my crafty friends. This is Teresa with Fresh and Renew with Teresa. Welcome to the Stamp and Die of the Month hop for December for Not Too Shabby. And I want to show you the products that I'm going to use today. And then I am going to, surprise, surprise, do a process video for you. The stamp of the month is this beautiful stamp. It's also a digital stamp in the Not Too Shabby shop. It is called Life's Batter with Pancakes. And I'm going to be using this image to create a card. And I am going to also be using one sheet of paper from the Breakfast Time Paper Pad Club. Let's flip through this paper pad real quick. You've got some breakfast goodies, coffee, muffins, croissants, donuts, eggs and bacon. Then you've got some tone-on-tone coffee cups and a nice gingham. Then a blue polka dot with some coffee and croissants and muffins. Then another nice pattern with juice and coffee and toast and waffles. And then a tone-on-tone pattern here. And then it repeats, well, actually, then this piece. You've got a small image with the pancakes and then this larger image with the pancakes, and then it repeats. So you've got some nice patterns to work with, some nice tone-on-tone basic patterns to work with as well. And this paper pad is the paper pad that also has the matching ephemera that goes with it. So you can use that to make some wonderful ephemera cards. I'll be back later this month to do that. And then you also have Glorious Blooms. And this paper pad is absolutely beautiful. I'll be back later in the month to use that as well. So I have the stamp here. I do have the die, but it's kind of tucked away, so I've got to go find it. So I have the stamp here and that sheet of paper. I have some brushes. I am going to use my Gonzi Tomby Starry Colors for some splatter. And then I have some Tim Holtz Distress watercolor cardstock. I have my powder bag and some Nuvo Crystal Clear embossing powder. And then I am going to use my Gonzi Tomby watercolors to watercolor this image. So let's get started. Okay, I'm getting my paper prepped with my powder tool, and now I'm going to stamp out my large image of pancakes, and then I'm going to stamp the strawberry and the blueberry, and I'm going to stamp my sentiment that's going on the outside of my card. I'm going to get those inked up. I am using VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink because I'm going to heat emboss it, and because I'm using Distress watercolor paper, I am going to need to stamp this down a couple of times. Actually 3 times I needed to stamp it down. And then I was pretty satisfied with that. So now I am going to use, and I was having issues with my phone cutting off and quit recording. So I use some Nuvo Crystal Clear embossing powder to emboss my image. So now I'm coloring up the image with my Gonzi Tombi watercolors that I showed you in the beginning of the clip. And I am just doing some simple watercoloring. I'm really not doing a whole lot of blending, a whole lot of shading. But I am going to, when I get to the strawberries, you'll see me do a little bit of shading, put some darker red on there. So I am going to get these pancakes colored up, and I am going to play some music for you while I color up the rest of this image. So now I got out my splat box, and I got out my starry colors and my fan brush, and I am going to do some gold splatter. You will see that I have some issues with this splatter showing up and everything. So I moved from the kind of, I don't know what the name of that color is, to that yellow gold color, and it shows up a little bit better, but it still doesn't show up good. So I guess note to self, don't do gold splatter on a image that's mostly brown and gold. So now I am getting my card base ready, and I've already had the card base cut, so I just scored it at 5.5 to have a top fold card base, and then I cut my focal, or not my focal panel, but my card panel with a scalloped rectangle, and then I'm getting my placement here. I'm going to put the sentiment at the top, and then I am going to get some, first I'm dabbing off the image because it was still a little bit wet. I did heat kind of dry it with my heat gun, but it was still a little wet. So I'm going to get my pop dots on there because I'm going to pop up the image, and I'm going to pop up the strawberry and the little blueberry, and get that down on the card. And I see right here that it is crooked as all get out, but I think it looks okay because the pancakes are all kind of, you know, on the plate kind of crooked. And then there you go, my camera cut off. So gotta fix that issue. So now I am stamping Life's Batter with pancakes, and then that is my, and so here is my card. There's the pancakes and the inside, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye.